Hiya! Welcome back to my channel and to the 21st day of my Arttober challenge. This video is really late in the day because I was supposed to film it yesterday. It ended up being super busy, and then most of the day today I had my sister over, so I was hanging out with her, but I'm still on time so far. If you want to watch the previous videos, I've linked them down below, and they are in my Arttober 2020 playlist. I explained how I do this in my earlier videos, but essentially I've randomized a bunch of prompt lists, days, and color palettes and see what I can come up with. Today I spun the wheel and it landed on Drawtober, which has prompts that span a few days rather than just one. And we are in a different prompt set than the last three that I've done. The prompt for this set of days is Ancient Rituals. I then flipped a coin for the color palette and got heads for set A, and the random number I got was 29. Basically, it's just the muted version of yesterday's palette, which, is fine. I've got grays for days. Literally so many gray markers. I should do some grayscale pieces eventually, but my video ideas list is getting very long and I should probably start planning some of those, I'll work on it. For now, let me walk through my process here. I tried to think of a more dynamic, detailed idea for Ancient Ritual, like something involving a campfire and people dancing, but that felt too cliche and overused, and I wanted to come up with something just different, But I was having time constraint issues due to family, so I stuck to a classic of mine, a girl. I did another profile view because it was either this or a view from like straight on but below, so straight up, I guess, in the same pose, and that felt a little too challenging at the time, so I'm just back to practicing my profiles. And I think I'm getting better. It's certainly better than day 9's profile view. I mean, it was okay, but it was just not exactly how I wanted it. But I mean, it was inked, so there was really no turning back at that point. I was really proud of the hands that I had sketched for this, actually. Inking was, once again, my downfall there, but that's alright. I was able to hide it a little in the end, so I'm not mad. And it was good practice, which is what I'm gonna say for everything that doesn't come out right. It's practice. Because, I mean, it's true. None of this is being done for commission or meant to be like a fully finished illustration. Obviously, I'm trying my best, but sometimes my best at any given time isn't, my peak. And that's okay. I'll just do better another time. I didn't do much sketching, as you can see. I really liked where the base sketch was going, so I decided to just flesh it out over on the mixed media paper. I then had to redraw the arms and head a couple times, but in the end, I like how the sketch came out here too. With the color scheme I had, I decided that the simple dress should be the brown color. That way it feels more like she's from a different time. Maybe ancient, maybe not, but let's say ancient so that it fits with the prompt. One of the grays was too dark and the other was too light and just melted into the brown, so technically I was using more than was allowed, but I was using the gray to get the darker brown that's in the palette, so, say what you will there. Thankfully, coloring with markers is relaxing enough, so I wasn't too annoyed by changing out so many times. It just meant more editing in the end, so, yay. It did also mean the blue became the hair color, which is less ancient per se, but oh well, I like blue hair. I used the gray that actually worked with the color palette to shade her skin and keep her skin white, which I think works well. It needed more though, so I added a Celtic Trinity knot tattoo on both arms and then used the colorless blender to try and get a glowy sort of effect. It kinda worked, but not really. Then I did a bunch of hatch shading and darkened the area with a gray marker all around her so that she wasn't just floating at the bottom of the page. This latter part took a while, so I edited a lot of it out. My sister had also come by at this point, so I was talking to her while also trying to finish up the piece, which resulted in a lot of choppy editing. But I finished it. And that's it for day 21 of my Arttober challenge. I'm actually pretty happy with how this came out, apart from the hands, but that's what the hatching was for. So remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Bye bye.